hello. If you don't know about the previous part, then it is recommended to see all those 6 parts or 7 parts and then move towards this part for better understanding. Here we are doing the functionality for update book, and here we are calling the update function, and there are few parameters we need to pass for this update method. First one is the table name, then second one is content value, so we need to create one content value object. cv is equal to content values, content values, and then we put key value pairs one by one. As first value is call title, and here is book dot title. We are giving this key value pairs for title, then cv dot put column author, then its value is book. Pass the object author value we are giving, and then finally cv dot put price. We are not changing the ID, but only the user may update title, author or price only, and not ID. Book dot price. And now this cv object is ready to pass here cv, and then where clause we are adding for column id is equal to question mark. Only one parameter we are giving to here clause, and that gives inside the array of string. Inside this book.id dot toString, because this is the array of string, so we need to convert it into string value. Now this update will give me the result of updated records, updated record count, and that count we are returning. Okay, so here we already done the functionality for update. If that count gives me one result and one book updated successfully, 0 book updated successfully, that message will be displayed inside the toast. So we are running and see the result, what we will get. They succeeded, and we see this screen. Now there are only three records, and if we update this Python record, then we first find it. Then here if I am attaching programming to it, and if the price is to 70, and if I click on this update button, then one book updated successfully messages come here. Python programming RS Agarwal, and price is 270. Then if I want to see if I am giving the 56 and find, then book does not exist message it gives me. If I find the second record and click on delete, then one book deleted successfully message came here, and that book deleted from this list also. The list will be refreshed immediately. Then what we do here, again we are adding the Python book RS Agarwal, and price is 250. And if I click on add book, then book added successfully message comes. Python. Okay, I'm deleting the DBMS book. Okay, if I change this Python programming title to DBMS, then what we do? Find the third ID book, and here I'm deleting this title and gives the DBMS and update. So one book updated successfully, and this is the book. If I want again to change, let me see. Okay, the author, then we can do it. See the result, okay. So update, delete and add functionality is done here, and then search also we are doing here in this video. In last 7 or 8 video series, we are done with the functionality of add, update, delete and search and retrieval as well. So do according to your project need, apply this logic inside your project. Here one thing is remaining. If we want to, when we type here ID, there is only numeric keypad we need to display. So go inside activity main.xml and do the input type here. Input type, input type as number. Okay, so only numeric keypad is displayed there. Also when we when only we want to search, there is a required this ID label, otherwise it is not needed. For adding a new record, there is no need to give the ID value, so you may disable it according to your requirement. You may disable or enable according to our functionality. So do this SQLite database demo functionality by your own, and apply this particular logic inside your project. Where we can apply this logic, or where we can apply this SQLite database, if you want to add the music library, or music library project is there, then we may add all the songs list inside our SQLite database. Then if user likes clicks on like or favorite, then he or she may create his or her favorite list. That favorite list data is also stored inside the SQLite database. So in such cases, or in such examples, we may create a SQLite database, and we store the data locally on our mobile phone. So see you in next video, where we store our data on the remote server and fetch that particular data in our Android application. So see you in that video. Thank you.